wishes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker and members, first and foremost, I would like to extend a very big thank you to the Almighty God for the opportunity to serve the people of Bere North in the 13th Parliament since August 2022. It has been the honor of my life to be of service to my constituents as their representative in the Parliament for 2 years and 7 months so far. Let me also express my sincere appreciation to you, Honorable Speaker, my colleagues in the House, and to the clerk of the National Assembly for remarkable support that you have accorded me during my time at the National Assembly, for the friendship and cooperation from each one of you. During my time here at Parliament, I have been an active member of the Departmental Committee on Delegated Registration, as well as Select Committee on Delegated Registration and Departmental Committee on Tourism and Wildlife. I have taken time to reflect immensely on the 2.5 years that I had the privilege of serving in the National Assembly and underlying the strides I have made through the various legislative tools I initiated as an undertaking of my constitutional mandate. In the regard to bills, as a first-time member of the National Assembly, I have been able to propose several bills that are in various stages of the legislative process, including the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Amendment number 2 Bill of the National Assembly, number 40 of 2023, which sought to amend the Anti-Corruption Economic Crimes Act number 3 of 2003 to remove the delays and undue criminalization of administrative action undertaken in the course of public procurement, which are as a result of flaws in the procurement laws. The bill sought to remove culpability, prescribes on persons in charge of administration, custody, management, receipt or use of any part of public revenue or property as administrative flaws, as this can be adequately addressed through other numerous existing provisions, including the express provision in Article 2265 of the Constitution. Number 2, the Assembly and Demonstration Bill, National Assembly Bill number 28 of 2024, which sought to give effect to the provision of Article 37 of the Constitution, which provides for the right of a person to assemble, demonstrate, and present petition to the public authorities. Number 3, the Election Amendment Bill 2024, the Virtue Asset Bill 2024, the Data Protection Amendment Bill 2023, and Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill 2023, as well as Sustainable Development Bill 2024. I also tabled multiple motions in the period of my service. I proposed various motions seeking the resolution of the House on different critical national and regional matters, particularly motion on developmental policy and funding for junior secondary schools. This was aimed at addressing funding and policy gaps in junior secondary schools, inadequate infrastructure, shortfalls of technology in JSS, and which was adopted on 26 July 2023. The resolutions made by the House was to develop a comprehensive junior secondary school to ensure proper junior secondary school policy, to ensure proper establishment of the schools and also a clear implementation framework for the competency-based curriculum and provide a funding plan for successful implementation of the curriculum. Honorable Speaker, I also and a motion on adoption of government-to-government model to acquire and supply fertilizer to farmers at a subsidized cost. Also, the motion on adoption of government-to-government agreement to facilitate local assembly of essential equipment for electricity connection. Motion number 4 on framework of government-to-government on importation and distribution of essential foodstuffs and goods, as well as adjournment motion on the new financing model for the universities, colleges, and technical institution students. Honorable Speaker, beyond registration and policy making, I sought accountability from Executive through 6 statements from chairpersons of various committees, namely 1, statement on payment of the last expense and death gratuity under the NHIF and Public Service Superannuation Scheme. This was in response to the plight faced by bereaved families, particularly the over 800 dependents of persons who died during the COVID-19 period, whom remain uncompensated despite being covered by these schemes. Number 2, statement on sale of Roundup in the country by Bayer East Africa Limited.
Minister nominee, you have 2 minutes to finish.
I expressed my concern over the continued sale of Roundup, toxic herbicide, in Kenya market, despite legal action and compensation in other jurisdictions. It still remains in Kenyan market. I question why the manufacturer was still permitted to sell the dangerous pesticide in the country. Number 3, statement on measures being taken to boost the manufacturing sector in the country. Number 4, statement on settlement of Gire market squatters in Bere North constituency. Number 5, statement on tax incentives claimed by developers operating enterprise within the special economic zones. And number 6, statement on development of mass rapid transit corridors in Nairobi metropolitan area and the role of Nairobi Metropolitan Area Transport Authority. Honorable Speaker, as I continue to reflect on the role I have played in the House, I also wish to highlight the policy questions I asked to the Cabinet Secretaries, Constitutional Commissions, and independent offices. Public service in the area is an area that covers many facets, and being a representative of the people, I oversighted the area of agriculture, anti-corruption, and education, among others, as follows. 1, question to the Minister of Agriculture and Livestock Development regarding the supply and distribution of subsidized fertilizer across the country in preparation of the planting season. Question 2, Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission on the status of monies and properties recovered by Ethics and Corruption Commission under the Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act. Number 3, question on the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock and Development on the adverse effect of Roundup and upside on the ecosystem on humans.
How much of that statement is left?
2 minutes, Honorable Speaker.
2 minutes.
1 page remaining.
You better finish, okay.
Number 4, Honorable Speaker.
Give him the mic.
Number 4, Honorable Speaker. Question on Teacher Service Commission on the inclusivity and recruitment procedures and affirmative action, safeguards to teachers from marginalized groups. Number 5, question to the Public Service Commission on action taken to mainstream marginalized groups and communities in the public service in line with Article 232 of the Constitution and the public service values and principles. Honorable Speaker, I'm fully convinced and confident that the role I have been nominated to in the executive to be an extension of the work I have begun here in Parliament. As a registrar, I was guided by the call to be faithful and diligent in the service to the people. As a Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, Human Capital Development, and Special Programs, the same oath will continue, only on the broader scale and with even more greater responsibility. I am reminded of the ones in the Gospel of St. Luke, chapter 12, verses 48. To whom much is given, from him much will be required. And to whom much has been committed, of him they will ask much more. Honorable Speaker, I am proud to have faithfully represented the people of Barren North and have contributed to legislative agenda and reparations whose impact will endure beyond my time here. Indeed, should my nomination be approved, which has been approved.
Yes, your nomination has been approved.
Indeed, with my approval, which was done this morning, I will continue to engage with the House though from the other side, particularly during question time and other matters of oversight. Even then, the commitment remains the same: public service to the people of Kenya. I thank you, Honorable Speaker. I thank each one of you, honorable members of this great House. And I thank the people of Barren North for giving me an opportunity to serve in this House and also to serve them as well as the people of Kenya. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Ruku. Honorable members, let's put questions at orders number 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Then we call in the CS Treasury.
Order number 8, special motion. Consideration of a nominee for appointment as Principal Secretary, State Department for East African Community Affairs. Question to be put.
Members on their feet, take your seats. Honorable Ruku, you may now exit. Order, Honorable Ruku. Can you walk out? Order. Honorable members, I now put the question at order number 8, which is that taking into consideration the findings of the Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence, and Foreign Relations in its report on the approval hearing of a nominee for appointment as Principal Secretary laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 15th April 2025, and pursuant to the provisions of Article 155, 3B of the Constitution, and Sections 3 and 8 of the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act, Cap 7F, this House approves the appointment of Dr. Caroline Wanjiru Karugu as Principal Secretary, State Department for East African Community Affairs. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Order number 9, special motion. Consideration of a nominee for appointment as Principal Secretary, State Department for Science, Research and Innovation. Question to be put.
Take the seat, Honorable Cheng. Honorable members, I now put the question at order number 9, which is that taking into consideration the findings of the Departmental Committee on Education in its report on the approval hearing of a nominee for appointment as Principal Secretary laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 15th April 2025, and pursuant to the provisions of Article 155, 3B of the Constitution, and Sections 3 and 8 of the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act, Cap 7F, this House approves the appointment of Professor Abdul Razak Shaukat as Principal Secretary, State Department for Science,